Hey everyone and welcome back. I'm sure that you are expecting the part 2 from the collection update, but it turns out that I made a small mistake. I thought that this set was part of the 2026 releases, but actually is the last Silver Series release from 2025. What is the big problem? Well, these 5 cars are appearing in the first 3 movies of the franchise, which means that this unboxing should have been included in the part 1 of this collection update. So, to remedy this mistake, we are going to have today some sort of a bridge episode, where I'm going to show you these 5 cars, and after that we can happily move to the part 2. This Silver Series set is called Graphic Remix, and the concept is very simple. Hot Wheels took some of the most recognizable cars from the franchise, as I said, from the first 3 movies, and they flipped their color schemes. So, let's take a look at them and compare them with the originals when I have the originals, and then you will tell me your opinion at the end. For this unboxing, we are not going to respect the order of the set, but we are going to respect the order on how the cars appear in the movie. And we are going to start with the Volkswagen Jetta Mark III. And if I just show you this without the Fast and Furious legend on the top, it will take a while for your brain to process what you're seeing. I'm pretty sure that you will recognize the car, but then you will be like, hold on a minute, what just happened here? Then you will realize, of course, that this is just an exchange of colors. Something fun about the package. You see the graphic remix or the remix of the color, the changing of the skin, the flipping of the skin here on the top in blue. But in the reflection of the car, you see the original livery as it was intended. This was the white livery in the movie with the graphic remix here. Let me release this car for you. So, there's no surprise here that this is a really beautiful release from the Silver Lane. You have a lot of details in the front from the Jetta and also in the back, and the difference is that they took out the metal base. It's a plastic base now with, of course, the classical plastic wheels. When you bring the original release, this is from the original Fast release back in, I don't know, it was 2015, I don't remember the year, but you can see that they are respecting basically every single detail of the livery here. There's no big differences, but of course the huge difference is that this is white with the blue details on the decals, and this is kind of the opposite, right? The blue with the white details on the decals. The rest looks pretty similar with the same plates. Something that is missing here in the premium version, you have the details of these lights here, where it's missing in the premium line, in the Silver Series, sorry. In the back, the details seem pretty similar. This is the Jesse's Jetta in the graphic remix version. If you didn't realize before, we are unboxing cars from the first movie, The Fast and the Furious. This is the second and last car from that movie. We have the 5 out of 5, and of course this is the custom Acura Integra Sedan GSR. This is Mia's Integra. Now you see it here in silver with the decal in blue, but here you can see the original, that is the blue with the silver decal. Let me release this one for you. Before we move with the revision of this casting, a particularity that you need to know about the Silver Series or the Silver Lane from Hot Wheels is that they usually have 5 or 6 cars in each set, and most of the cars are metal body with a plastic base, but there's always one of the cars that has a metal body with a metal base, and this is it. Mia's Integra is the one that is receiving the premium treatment, let's say, with the metal base and the metal body, but of course the wheels are still the plastic wheels, and I just dropped it. And the details, as usual, are pretty sharp on this release. You have the car was released maybe, I think, only one time, I'm not entirely sure, but you can see that the whole design is really good. All the details in the back are also really nice, and the wheels are really small. When you bring the original release, it's the same. The wheels are really small, but when we are talking about the graphics and the details on the sides, they look pretty similar. the front, nothing is missing from any of the two cars. And in the back, let me just put it in focus here for you. There it is. The details are pretty similar. Probably the lights on this one are a little bit more faded, I would say, and the HKS details on this side are probably, you can miss them a bit because here they pop out, the silver on the blue, but the blue on the silver not that much. Something that we are missing here is the Integra Type R legend that is on the premium version, is not here on the silver one. Something that I realized on this one is kind of this version of the slim wheel that they put, and they kind of extended this part in the wheels inside. This one is missing that. You see, it's kind of a different. I assume that this one is because of the type of rims that this one is using, but well, this is Mia's Integra in a graphic remix livery. Now we are going to move to the most unrepresented movie in the whole Hot Wheels Fast and Furious franchise, because as you know, we have talked about this before, there are not a lot of releases from Too Fast Too Furious. Suzuki is one of them. Suzuki's Honda S2000. Sadly, I don't have the original pink version because I want the premium version, but I have this one. This is my first Honda S2000. Let me release it for you. This is one of the most recognizable designs in the automotive movie world. It's of course usually seen with the pink version with the white details on the livery, and of course in the graphic remix set we see the complete opposite. I don't have the original version, as I say, yet because I want the premium one and it has not been released already for a couple of years. But this one seems pretty good. You can see the whole details also on the top of the car. In the back, very sharp decals. I think that they have improved their quality control lately on Hot Wheels, because all of this Silver Series, the tampons, the decals, everything looks just really on point. This one is also the plastic base, so as I said, it's only one that has the metal treatment, and this is the graphic remix of the Honda S2000 that Suzuki is driving. Now we move to the second and last car from the Too Fast Too Furious franchise. I actually mentioned this one in my previous video. This is Brian's Lancer. The original version is of course this kind of lime green or fluorescent green with some sort of silver blue details or decals on the side, and of course this one takes the graphic remix concept and flips this scheme. As you probably remember from my previous video, I don't have the original version that has been released only in the kind of basic Fast and Furious lines before that the silver line existed. This is the Lancer Evolution 7. Let me open it for you. The Lancer Evo is an old casting, and that's why probably you see that it has a really high stance from the ground. Still, I don't think that it diminishes the look. It looks pretty accurate to me, looks pretty nice. You see in the front all the details, even the small Mitsubishi logo there. Very sharp headlights. The graphics look just like in the movie. Wheels as usually rolling fine, probably something that I should test it in the other models, but they usually look really good. In the back also we have very sharp detailing. In general, as I said, very good quality control lately on the Silver Series from Hot Wheels. The cars look amazing. They are not expensive, so I think that it's a really accessible tier for all the collections. This is Brian's Evo 7. And well, I don't have the original version, like just like the Suzuki's S2000, but this one will do for now. And let's move to the final car of the set, part of the Tokyo Drift movie. This is the Mona Lisa. This is the Nissan Silvia S15. Probably you remember in some of the previous videos I mentioned that when I saw this car for the first time in the movie, I thought that it was one of the most beautiful cars that I have ever seen. I have never seen before a Nissan Silvia, so I thought that it was amazing. I love the color scheme. I love that combination. How did it look in the movie? I have to say that I'm not a big fan of this color flip, but still, let me open it for you and compare it. Once again, I have to say, very good quality control. You have the Silvia logo here on the hood. You have very sharp headlights. On the side, standard tampons for the graphics, and on the back you also have the Silvia letters and the Nissan symbol, and of course, well, actually the taillights look a little bit like cheaper, but still they are in the correct location, so it looks really good. Plastic base just like before. Let's bring the original version so we can compare them. As you can see on the sides, like, it's actually a bit different in the way that they are placing the tampon from this one, and of course the real rider wheels makes it look a little bit better. I think that the big change comes in the back, not because of the tampons, not because of the details, but because of the spoiler. Here is a separate piece in plastic from the original release, and this one, it's already part of the casting in metal without the shootouts. So this is the big difference from the casting, of course, the change that goes from metal to plastic, but the exhaust pipes looks pretty similar, like in the same size, and well, the rest, of course, also the missing sponsors that we have here. In the movie you have also sponsors here, but I assume that because of the licensing issues you cannot see them in the release. Let me stop dropping it. So this is the Mona Lisa in the graphic remix version. Now the thing is, it's not the first time that Hot Wheels pulls something like this. Over the years we have seen some alternative or unusual releases from Hot Wheels, and we can start from 2019. They released the set that was called Fast Rewind, where they actually took like famous cars from the franchise. They took older versions of those cars, but with deliveries of the movies. By the way, that set is on my wish list. Then in 2023, Hot Wheels did something really fun. They took the Nissan Skyline R34 and they gave it the Supra livery, and then a few months later they took the Supra and they give it the Nissan Skyline livery. A lot of people was hating that. I think that it was interesting. I don't have the models, by the way. In 2024 we got the Bentley Continental GT3 that got the livery from the Bentley Borsmeister, I think that is the name that Roman Pierce is driving in The Fate of the Furious. And there was also a team transport set that included the Super Silhouette Skyline with the livery of the Brian Skyline from Too Fast Too Furious. And this trend is not limited only to the Silver Series or to the premium releases, because also the mainline can get weird sometimes. In the last few years we have seen a few tuned models from Fast and Furious. We saw the 70 Dodge Charger and two versions of the 94 Supra. So there it is. I'm adding the graphic remix set to the shelf. I'm putting the cars behind the original releases or in the position in the timeline where the original releases should be when I don't have them. So this video closes the gap between the part 1 update and what comes next. In the next video we are finally going to cover the part 2 of my collection update, where we are going to see the cars that were released from the movies Fast and Furious 6 until the Fast X. Tell me, what do you think about these weird releases or unusual releases from Hot Wheels? Do you like them? Do you think that they are fun? Do you hate them? Do you think that Hot Wheels is just milking the Fast and Furious franchise? I want to hear all about it. If you are enjoying this type of content, please give it a like and subscribe for more. And remember, my name is JR. Thanks for being here and see you next time. Adios.